What's up, guys? Making a quick video going over a topic I think is very important. There's a book I really love and I thought it might be right next to me, but I think it's over there. So maybe I'll go grab it in a minute. But it's called The Four Agreements, or actually more specifically, the book I have over there is The Fifth Agreement. But in both books, they go over essentially four agreements that you make with yourself to live your life in a certain way. And I wanted to cover one really quick with you here that I think can be applied to everything you do in life. Usually this agreement is used within the context of all the other agreements, and it will make sense when I tell you what it is. But it can be used for anything really, and I've been using it today and in recent days, and I've been seeing it help propel me forward and do more to things that I want to do. And it's very simple. It is the fourth agreement out of all four of them, or five of them if you want to count the fifth agreement. But it's always do your best. And that may seem like a very simple mantra, very simple way to live your life, but it's surprising how often we don't adhere to this. And so, really quick, going over what this means. Always do your best does not mean you are looking to do right now something which you did in the past. That's not what it means. It means given your current state, your current physical potential in this moment now, just your current state's probably the best way to say it, just giving your best to whatever it says you're going to do and making this an actual habit. Because how many times do we just go through the motions when we do something? Whether we can relate it to sports, for all those of you who are watching from Simply Soccer, it could be going through the motions there. I tell you how detrimental that can be when you go through the motions in training. Well, this can apply to every area. If you sit down to, I don't know, even study, you have a schoolwork to do and you sit down and study, but you go through the motions and you don't give it your best. You're training yourself to go through the motions. And so what this agreement does is it not only trains you to, show up and give your all in the moment, but it also releases you from the guilt of not doing something as maybe perhaps as well, or judging yourself about whatever it is you're doing. Because as long as you're giving your best, there's no negative judgment to be had on whatever it is you're doing. For example, if I'm just low energy, let's say it's later in the day and I need to do a workout, I'm probably not going to be able to do that workout as well as I would if it was in the morning and I had as much energy, all the energy that I would have in the morning. I might not be able to do a workout as well as I would then. But given this agreement, I just go, okay, well, that's not the case. I'm doing it later for whatever reason. Life happens. I ended up doing it later. I'm just going to do my best. It doesn't matter how good I could have or would have done it based on X, Y, and Z. It's just about giving my best in the moment, not about what my best would have been under different circumstances. And so when you apply this to other areas in your life, and I've been experimenting with this very recently of just, even when I'm doing something simple like a meditation practice, or I'm writing something down, or I'm reading, just to kind of go, look, what's my best right now? When I'm reading, it's to focus on what I'm reading and to really actually make that thing stick. When I'm meditating, depending on how I'm meditating, I need to make sure my focus is in a specific place. So, not just phoning it in, not just sitting there and going, okay, I'll go for an hour, I'll go for 30 minutes, and then when that's over, whatever. No, giving it my best in that moment. I do some breathing practices as well. So instead of going through the motions, I go, okay, what is my best? Making sure I'm really focusing on the breath, making sure I'm for those of you who do practices like this, making sure I'm following the energy up, up to here and then all the way back down. So it can apply for really anything. And it becomes, a very useful habit, because then you'll start to see that you're automatically doing this for everything that you do. You're just giving your best, always do your best no matter what the situation is. So that's just a little thing for you today. Let me show you the book. I guess I'll do that since I teased that, if any of you actually want to look at this further. This is the book. It's called The Fifth Agreement. Let's get that up there for you. Don Miguel Ruiz. Actually, this one's by his son, so Don Jose Ruiz. And I would suggest reading the 4 Agreements first, and then reading this. This is kind of a sequel to that, but it's a book that I absolutely love. It's an incredibly simplified yet really potent way of living your life by the 5 Agreements. And everything in this book is laid out so simply. It's so easy to follow. I mean, it's easy to understand. Following it takes a lot of dedication and practice because if you read it, the agreements are very hard to follow given our previous conditioning, but I can do stuff on that later. I won't ramble on here. Anyway, apply that 4th agreement, though, to everything in your life. Always do your best and watch how things change. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.